welding job in Arkansas. So, I want to give y'all a live update this rising. So, good rising to all my family out there. Salute, salute. Everybody getting their hog on, doing their welding, field welding, insulation, field welding, isn't shop welding. You know, I like to say that. Well, right now, family, they have a contract job and job opportunity both ways in Little Rock. So for those who are familiar with Little Rock, Arkansas, they're actually working on the bridge that was constructed during the 1950s, I believe. And they're now, I believe they're going to replace it or they're going to build another one right beside the old one. I don't really know how they're doing it, but they're already working on it. So for those in Little Rock area, I know you already been seeing them do some construction on it. And wanted to say this. They are now looking for some welders, some field welders with 3G certs in 3/8 plate, 7018 rods, and they're also looking for deck welders to put in deck. So iron worker welder or just welder just to do angles. They got angles they got to hang and weld in with a 7018, and they also have decking to put up. So with this company, depends on your skill set and what you're doing. They're paying anywhere from, I believe, I want to say 20. Let's just say 20 to $30, $22 to $30, or 20. Let's just say $22 to $30. I'm gonna actually put the link inside of the message so that way y'all can be able to see it. And for those who are in the area or surrounding areas that's willing to come in and get some of this money, they said the project is going to last about at least no less than a year, but about a year and a half is what they predicting right now. So if you were like if you're a traveling welder or you in the area and you're trying to pick up on some extra cash, this project they're doing like 40 to 50 hours a week. They're basically working 5 days, sometimes six, but pretty much 5 days because of the length of the project. So if you're in the Little Rock area, Memphis, surrounding areas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Tennessee, if you want to come in, they're actually looking for some people. So I'm gonna put that down. It ran across. It actually got run across my plate a few days ago, and I talked to the guy about some contract work there and seeing what all opportunities they have and what they was paying. If you had your own equipment versus if you just had your search. So what they're doing, they're providing all the equipment because of the way the situation is set up, but they're paying like if you have your certs already, you're going to get a signed on bonus for just having your certs already. And if you can pass the test, then you also get, I want to say, I don't know if they require you to take the test or they pay for it and then you get reimbursed, or you pay for the test and if you pass it, they'll reimburse you your money plus give you a bonus. I think that's how it goes. So don't just quote me on that, but I wanted to give some updates because I know I got people that's been looking for some employment in different areas in different parts of Arkansas, who's willing to go down there, travel or whatever, and get some money down there. It's under 2 hours from where I'm at, so I'm most definitely game to get some money, some long term that I can actually eat from, and I can drive back home, so it ain't no big deal. So I've been keeping that option open, but I wanted to share it. And like I say, it's nothing written in stone on my end. But if I actually get the contract, I'm gonna be, giving y'all some live updates while I'm out there, knowing, showing you what's going on and how they doing everything. So for the people that I have talked to, or the one person I've talked to, they got a good foundation and setup. You know what I'm saying, for the people that's going to be actually welding on the bridges. And I just think it's something like that is going to be remembered forever. and I always stress live to be remembered, you know what I mean? So to actually work on that project would be kind of cool, you know what I mean? Because I'm a hog and it's kind of cool to be able to jump in and get some money. What's up? What's up, man? Hey, I know you an Oklahoma Ranger. They got a project going on in Little Rock right now where they need some bridge welders and they're paying pretty good. I actually talked to one of the contractors or the main company that's over the project, and they're actually paying pretty good. They're paying per diem, they're paying room, hotel, travel fee, all that. You know what I mean? So if it's something that you think is good, man, I think it's a very good opportunity. Okay, that's where you at. Yeah, Little Rock from the jump off. I actually talked to the gentleman the other day. I know more about it this week, but it sounds promising. And if you are traveling welder, stick welder, field welder, I think it'll be a good opportunity. Like I said, they're paying room, they're paying per diem, they're paying bonuses if you got your own certs. But they are providing all the equipment. You will be welding on the bridge, so you're gonna be up in the air. So it ain't like you're gonna have leads that high, but they will be having power. So if you had the 220 machine that can hook up to weld on the bridge, then I think you'll be in a win-win. Or I think they supplying all that too. So, but I think it's a good opportunity for those who travel. Like I say, if you are in surroundings of Arkansas, they're doing a lot of work on that bridge. And the company, like I say, is not a company from Arkansas. So the company isn't from here. And I'm gonna tell you one thing that I do like about that. Majority of companies that's not from here, they tend to take care of their people a lot better. Some companies around here, man, I'm gonna just say it is what it is. They'll try to give you what it is a going rate in the state or whatever, but instead of just looking out. And then sometimes it's not that way. I have seen certain areas that pay well. So it's just one of those things where you have to put it on the scale. But I would say honestly that I think it might end up being a good opportunity. Like I said, I'm learning more about it. I'm gonna put it in the description once I'm done with the video, so that way you can kind of check it out. But I honestly feel that it's probably a good opportunity. And then, like I say, it's in Little Rock, so I know a lot of welders, independent welders, probably stay around that area, or from Oklahoma to Missouri, parts of Tennessee. Louisiana might be too far for some people, but less. But like I said, they're paying per diem, so you can come up. So it all depends on what you want to do. Mississippi, so are you in Mississippi area? Um, that's some work, like I say, and I think it's going to be good. Now, all you got to have is your 3G certs. So if you have your 3G certs, 7018 and 3/8 or inch plate unlimited, whatever you got, I think it'll be a good opportunity for you to get some good money. And like I said, you can pull up and they're going to pay a sign-on bonus. So I think it's a good opportunity. Yeah, in Arkansas, man, it's a trip. I hear you. In my personal opinion, you know, you have some companies that have been around forever, but I don't see them paying well. The few companies I have, been introduced to, they really don't pay well. Salute, salute, salute. What's going on, family? What's going on? So I just wanted to, like I say, I think around here in Arkansas, they don't pay a whole lot in certain. Seen them do in certain areas, certain like Fayetteville, certain spots in Little Rock. Like I have seen some factory jobs pretty much pay like 16, $18. Iron working job, you probably can get away from 18 to $22, depends on what company, you know what I mean? I've seen some try to say they'll start you up to 25, but you got to start out at this level. So, like I say, it is difficult here. A lot of people do join the union in Arkansas. I'm not a union person, but if you also can make good money here being independent. So, I like to stress products over talent. I'm just getting back into the area. For those who don't know, I haven't been around here in a while, so I'm just getting back into the area. And my goal is, right now I'm working on my mom's house renovation, so I'm actually in the garage right now. And I've been working on the shop, getting it going, and I've been spending money in getting the house going, getting stuff off the ground, taking care of loose ends. You know what I mean? So now I'm actually just looking to build back up the bank. You know what I mean? So, but I will say this: here is products can products over talent most definitely because they buy a lot of things. There's a lot of needed things that could be used from homeowners to outdoor people that love the outdoors. A lot of outdoor things to do here, camping. So a lot of people do outdoor things, tailgating. So there's a lot of things you can do here to make money. I feel you. I feel you. Like I say, a lot of people embrace that life. Like I said, I don't knock anyone who choose. It's never been my thing. But a lot of people from around here, though, to make more better money and to really have some things, a lot of them invest in the union. Some companies, I'm gonna tell you, it's funny because what I had noticed around here anyway, certain jobs, especially in small places, people are real protective of their jobs, especially if you coming through and they think you're trying to get their job. You know what I mean? You can get some friction. So a lot of times, what I have learned, what I have always told people when I come and do small contract jobs, and it might be people that work there, I'll be like, hey man, I'm just passing through. I'm helping out. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to take nothing from you. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to take nothing from you, nothing out your mouth. You know what I mean? But like I say, the union does pay well for some people. I have seen it treat some people well. This isn't a union job, by the way. This is a company is, and actually, like I say, they looking to hire and contract people for this project. They go around doing different bridges and different construction, and they always need good welders. And then, like I said, they pay their people good from what I'm seeing. But I know more into it once I sit down and talk more and find out more about how everything gonna go. But I'm looking into it. Like I say, I'm in McGee right now, so I'm actually trying to get a couple things off the ground, and it's been slow. But I only been here a few weeks, family, so I can't expect it to be moving fast. But I'm used to a faster pace or being able to jump out there and get what I need, and then come back and chill. You know what I mean? That's one thing I can say that I do that I did and I do love about Phoenix is that it's so big that I was in a location where I could literally go 5 different directions or 4 different directions and hit a million people, you know what I mean? And network doing different things from factory work to install work to iron work to gate work to repair work, you know what I mean? It was always something. Um, Apartment and complex repairs. There's a good money in that too. I'm not gonna lie. If you can get an independent contract, which you have to be in a bigger area, that's why networking in Little Rock actually, I think it'll be good, especially for some of the old places when you doing apartment remodels as far as the staircases and stuff like that. It's always good money in that. Hey, you know what? It's hot out there, bro, but it's not bad. Honestly, once you get out there, it's not bad. You know what I mean? Like I pretty much enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like it's not bad. And then the cool thing is it's only real hot. I'm gonna say 4 months out of the year, or a good strong 3 months. It's real hot. 4 months, give or take, depends on what you think hot is. But I would say it's only hot for like 3 months out of the year. So you got 9 to 8 months where it's just pleasant weather. Actually, this morning woke up in Arkansas and it's kind of cool out here, family. It wasn't warm yesterday, but you can tell that we're now getting into the fall, and I haven't been cold in a minute. So it's gonna be funny how I embrace this cold. Yeah, it can get. You know what? My daughter was outside and it was 110, and she was bragging to one of her friends. About, oh, it's 110 outside. I'm sitting outside in the shade. I couldn't do this home, but it's no humidity. Exactly. So you can chill and it's not hot. Like out here, man, let it get 95. The humidity is like crazy. But I will say this. I'm in Arkansas and I was in Georgia. You know what I mean? And I must say, family, the humidity in Georgia and Florida, you need to be happy to be in Arkansas and Mississippi. Because the humidity that we got, like from the Arkansas, Mississippi, is different, completely different than going down to Florida and Georgia. Like hey, that's a different situation, bro. That stuff is thick. Listen, I literally worked in Georgia on days doing some field installs. I had to come in, take all of my clothes off, and just leave them outside to dry out. That's how wet I was. I just got to keep a whole nother set of clothes because you get to sweat and you drink it, but and it sticks on you, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I can say that being in Phoenix taught me a lot of things. Endurance. Yeah, Alabama too. I can say that Alabama too because all of them is right there off the Gulf, and then it's more lower, close to the equator. So it's a little bit more hotter down there on certain spots. Like you got the top and you got the lower, and I was at the lower bottom. In Columbus, actually, where I was living at the time, and it's warm, like I said. But I enjoyed seeing a new area, networking. But I got a chance to do a few things there, but I can't say it wasn't for me, but I enjoy being around my people and networking at the Black House at the Legacy Center and with the BBBA, the BBA, the Big Brother Anonymous program. I enjoy doing that, but nah, Georgia wasn't for me. You know what I mean? If anything, like I said, I enjoy my state, Arkansas, but my goal is also go back out west. Salute, salute. Be safe out there. Be safe out there. But I really enjoy the West Coast. I thought the West Coast was pretty cool. West Coast is pretty cool. But yeah, I just want to give y'all some live updates on this Little Rock situation. That bridge that I put a picture on the background is actually the one that they're working on. And the project should last a year and a half as far as the welding and installing on that end. So if you're in the area, surrounding areas, it might be a opportunity for you to partake of it to see what they got going on. It might be a good door opener. So just wanted to give you some updates and wanted to also say this. Me teaching independent welding right now, I think is a great asset to learn a valuable trade. Some people think that they got to have a GED, and see that's one thing I want to say before I end this. It's not about the typical way of doing anything anymore, but it's about obtaining a skill. You got to have the skill set, the trade, the mentality for it, but you don't have to go through the normal processes. Like I'm not telling nobody not to graduate high school, and I'm not telling you not to get a GED. But if you don't have one, don't let that stop you from getting some money. You can still get a bag if you get a trade, if you get a skill. Because even once you get that trade, they're not going to pretty much ask for that paperwork neither, but they want to see can you do it. A lot of skilled tradesmen and a lot of people that's been doing it for a while will always salute someone that they can tell that they got it off muscle memory. Like they enjoy doing it, they do it, they take pride in what they do. And it's always easy for a door to open up for you. So don't get held back or don't make a move because you don't have a GED or you don't have a high school diploma. You don't need that. You need the trade. You need the skill set. And if you can get into a program or you can get a tutor or you can find someone that's skilled in it and you can work under them as an apprentice or you can get some game from them before they retire from their job and you can work under them, get that information, get that skill set, whatever field it's in. But skills are in a great demand, a great demand because people don't want to do anything, but people want things done. So as long as people want things done, we're gonna always have an opportunity. Okay, where you at? What state you in? What state you checking in from? It actually was, like I say, this morning it was a little cool in Arkansas this morning, where especially in southeast Arkansas. I'm in southeast, and it's cool this morning. I woke up like, man, I put my hoodie on. And for those who like to, those who like to wear, you want to get you a good haul on hoodie. Make sure you visit Amazon and just put in hog on hoodie or hog on zip hoodie or sweater, and you should see some. They're actually pretty affordable. I have different colors. I have some solid colors. I have some Pan Africa colors, and I have, like I say, various different colors. But they come in the zip hoodies and the hoodies. So if you like them, check them out, man. Y'all check them out. So just wanted to give you an update. Just wanted to say that there are opportunities in the state right now, especially if you're a field welder, mobile welder, iron worker, and you're not, getting no money right now, or you getting some money and you want to advance your horizon. Then Little Rock they got something going down there right now. They got a few things going. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You like 3 hours and a half. That ain't nowhere, man. That ain't nowhere. Um, I always like to say I like to travel, 5 hour radius everywhere from where I'm at. So I love the network. And there's actually some places in Texas I want to visit myself. I haven't seen yet anyway that I want to check out. But there's some good opportunities right now, man, family. So I think if you are 3 and a half, so you're about 5 hours from Little Rock, then probably, huh? Where you at? I believe. 'Cause I think Dallas is about 5 hours or 4 hours away from Little Rock. Maybe 3 and a half, 4 hours, something like that. I'm not for certain. But just like I said, I want to give some updates. Um, I thought it was a great opportunity, or is a great opportunity for those who actually looking for something or trying to do something different or get a different or get some different credentials under their belt dealing with the bridge. You know what I mean? So there's opportunities everywhere. But I will say this: right now, there is a big need for product over talent. So if you a tradesman and you're working on products, I think that's good because products will always sell. Family products will always sell. So keep that in mind. And just, remember that it is products over talent, but there's nothing that we can't do. Just think outside the box and don't let not having a GED or a high school diploma set you back. If you have the willpower and you have the ability to get yourself lined, man, there's plenty places that don't require that. And there's plenty companies that don't require you to have those things, and you still can get paid and live a decent life. You know what I mean? So some people like to say, "Oh man, you got to do this and do that." I'm not going to tell you to jump through any loops, and I'm not going to tell you that oh you don't need it necessarily. That oh don't go to school. I'm not going to say that neither because education is a must. But don't get caught up on where you get the education from. You can get an education from a VOTEC versus a college. You can get the education versus from a home schooling versus going to a public school. You know what I mean? Education is what you want. Education. That's education allows us to grow and develop because you can't stay the same once you know something better than what you're used to doing. So if you was doing something real hard and you found a better way and a more confident way and it works a lot better, less headache, you're gonna do, that. So I think that we shouldn't get caught up in thinking there's only one way to do something. You know what I mean? So there's many ways to do it. But right now, if you are a 3G welder, you got your 3G search, or you can obtain your 3G search, you can make, like I say, anywhere from 22 to 30. I'm gonna say anywhere from 22 to $28 if off the top. So if that's something you want to do, there's a great opportunity. It's in Little Rock right now, and I think it's gonna open up doors for people. Hold on, let me see what you're saying. So you want to do something different. Actually, are you working for someone else, in the production? a lot of times we get in our comfort zone, you know what I mean? And we don't really want to just hustle. And hustling is a simple answer to your question. Try to find different contracts or jobs that actually spark your interest that you might, doing what you're doing, you might not start off where you're starting off at if you already got a lot of experience in that. And sometimes you can transition over to something else and get that paid, but and sometimes you won't. But it's all about the fulfillment. I've seen people get that $2, $3 raise and it really wasn't worth it. You know what I mean? They were still had that burden on their shoulder. You know what I mean? They still was under a little stress. So I would just say hustle and think out. Think outside the box. Like, what do you really want to do? And try to find people like that. Okay, okay. I see where you at. I see where you at. Okay. Well, I'm in McGee, Arkansas, actually. I'm actually about, I believe, like an hour and a half from Little Rock, hour 45 minutes. But it's straight up Highway 65 that turns into 530, I believe, or 540, whatever that new highway is. So I would say do that. Try to find, Google, Facebook market jobs, Craigslist. There's so many different opportunities, and just really figure out what you want to do. Like, what is it that you want to do? You know what I mean? Sometimes we do things for money. Especially when we're young and ambitious in that aspect. We do a lot of things for money that later we was like, man, I wouldn't do that, and we get a lot of our time consumed trying to chase the dollar instead of creating the dollar and allowing the dollar to chase us. You know what I mean? Because once you know how to make money, it'll be like that money will follow you. It'll come to you. And sometimes it's going to be slower than others. And just to realize that when you're doing something different or when you're being independent, you're not going to, your income isn't going to like you do on a job. You might not get that standard 40, 50 hours, 60 hours a week. It might vary from time to time. But you got to be willing to go through that and willing to work through it and figure out what you want. Like I say, this move, I really wish I'd had a little bit more time, but things went kind of sideways with contractors and me networking with different people on the money I was spending. So I had to come down here and actually govern this project and be here to see it through. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, but that's why I'm back home right now to finish this. And like I say, making my headquarters. My goal is still travel, still make products, still teach. And I've really enjoyed embellishing, encouraging, and training, teaching others to gain skills. And then I enjoy making things. And my goal is to get my setup where I can actually make some cool things, get me a nice shop. But you got to start from somewhere. So, my goal is to get a plasma cutter and do some cool things. But until then, I got to start where I'm at and use what I got. And we're going to make it happen anyway. So, by being a field welder, you can always, when you invest your money and you're building things, you can always use that skill to go back and get some money. You know what I mean? Always. And it's not just going to be a little money. If you're willing to get uncomfortable or you're willing to travel just a little bit, an hour, 45 minutes, whatever, you can always open up a better door for yourself. But sometimes we don't want to think outside the box and travel. So, sometimes people just want to we get real comfortable with being close to the house, comfortable with not, going too far. You tell somebody I have to drive 45 minutes, like, that much? Oh my goodness, it takes money to make money, family. And sometimes if you're willing to be comfortable in certain areas, in certain small towns, they can actually be taking advantage of you and you can actually get paid a whole lot more if you're willing to move around. I remember something, I'm going to share this before I leave. I was working in Newport and I was doing some pipe welding for this company called Jaco Construction. And I'm welding pipe out there, and they had hired some pipe welders to come out there and help them finish the project. And I think at that time I was making $14 an hour, which for that town I was making good money. Man, them pipe welder that was out there was seeing me knock that pipe out and how I was looking, and man, they was telling me, man, what you making? And I told them, they was like, they couldn't believe it. They was like, man, you need to leave here. You can make some money, bro. You should be making no less than $25, no less. You know what I'm saying? What how you welding? And I was making 14. And it opened my eyes up because at that time, like I say, I was out of prison. I'm making decent money to be in that little bitty town, but I haven't went nowhere. I was just, utilizing that little one spot. And I instantly left there. And once I started moving around is when I started seeing money. Like I was making 14 there. And when I left Arkansas, when I went to a different area, a bigger city in Arkansas, I was making $20 an hour. And then when I left Arkansas, I went from 20 to 27. So I went a $7 raise by starting networking outside of my state or companies outside of my state. And that's just to be honest with you. But everybody have to learn the process, and you don't know things like that until you jump into it. I feel you 100%. I feel you 100%. Like I say, rig welding, independent welding, there's a difference and there's a need. It just depends on what you want to do because there's a lot of money. I'm gonna tell you something that's a big demand. You have different companies that's setting up trucking companies come through and they go to these facilities and pick up. A lot of them need bumper docks welded on. Bumper docks have been knocked off. That's good money, family. I had actually did a few of them that paid well. So if you getting started, man, you can be doing something simple of welding bumper docks on and making good money. So don't despise it. Don't despise small beginnings. I understand. Get you something different, man. Just think outside the box. But I wanted to say that because I started from that company and things went up, but I was in a situation where I didn't know. And sometimes when you don't know, you can do better. You think where you at, you're doing great until you see that you can do a lot better. Don't get discouraged. Don't get mad. Don't be like, man, they beat me. Because for that area, remember, you're doing well. And the people that's probably paying you probably feel that they paying you well, which they know that they can't afford big prices, but they taking care of you all the time. They feel like, well, we making sure you get 40 hours, or we making sure you get 50 hours, or so many hours a week. So think of it that way. But just wanted to say, man, there's a lot of work going on. So if you're in the Little Rock area or surrounding areas, check it out. Check it out. I'm gonna make sure I leave the link inside of the messages below. So make sure you check it out. And hey, if there's something you think is, you want to reach out to them and see how it go. Hold on.